So then he says, "How do you think I rung the doorbell?" Ha 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 ha. Anyway, welcome to Rug Horror.
Is that the start then?
Yeah.
Because we were just talking about this very funny joke that Callum was
Yeah.
telling me about.
So how do you think he rang the doorbell? Ha 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 ha.
You won't believe that.
I don't even know the full joke. It's a joke in Freaks and Geeks, which is like some 90s TV show set in the early 80s.
You won't believe
Epic.
this because it didn't cut, but the start of that joke starts off really weird. Like it's got like child sex trafficking.
What the hell? No, it starts off with a guy with no arms and no legs.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, do you understand?
yeah,
How do you
yeah. Very funny.
Yeah, I tried looking into it and I found the full joke, but I can't remember it now. It's really long. But I think there's a lot of no arms, no legs jokes out in the wild. So yeah. Anyway, that's
If
just.
you think back further to your life, what do you see?
What do you mean? What do I see?
You when you push that record button on iMovie.
Oh wow, that's definitely a segue. Wow. So when I was a wee Todd, just a young.
As in a Todd who was pissing himself constantly.
Yes. How do you know about that? So as a young...
Have you been watching Marvel movies or something? Have you been on a Marvel marathon? How do you know about that?
He's right behind me, isn't he? So I feel like it's probably the same for a lot of people, but when I was a kid, I got an iPad, and on that iPad, you had iMovie, and iMovie had this little thing where you could make your own trailers. I mean, like they had presets, and then you could add things like videos to them and change the text. And that is probably the first few things I ever made and uploaded to YouTube, which are no longer there, so don't even try looking for them. But yeah, that is what I remember when I think back into the past.
We'd have at my old primary school, we'd have iPads that you could sort of use for. I don't actually know what their purpose was because we were like in year 3 or something like that. There wasn't much research that we could have, done about multiplications or anything like that. I think they're meant for like educational games, basically.
Yeah.
But they also had iMovie.
Dude, when we got Chromebooks, everyone was playing Stick RPG.
I remember that one.
Stick RPG.
That was a lot of fun.
Dude, Stick RPG 1 and 2, absolute bangers. X-Gen Studios, they made Motherload as well, if you remember that. Anyway.
I remember iMovie was free for the longest time, but
No.
Then they started charging money.
No. It didn't used to be free, but it's free now.
I think it used to be free, and then they started charging £5.
I remember I had
and now
to pay
it's free
for it.
again.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know why I would have paid for it though, so maybe not. But I'm pretty sure I had to pay for it.
Yeah, iMovie was my basically the first editing software that I ever used. Some people grew up with Windows Movie Maker. Some people grew up
my computer wasn't good enough for Windows Movie Maker. But yeah, iMovie is definitely the first. I mean, it's not even a good editing software, really. Like that version of iMovie, because it's just like put clips together, add transitions. You couldn't really even have 2 layers of audio. You could, but you'd have to trick it into like. You have to make one into a like music layer and one into an audio layer, and then you could have double layers of audio. And that was like, if you're doing that on the mobile iMovie, you're
yeah. I pushed iMovie to its very limit.
Yeah.
I think they started to add things where you could put videos or like images like in the corner, like on top of.
Yeah. You could do picture in picture.
Yeah,
I did that as well. Yeah,
and
I edited a gaming video, so I recorded my like screen, like I was playing Minecraft, and then I had my like really old camera, and I put it like as a webcam, and I went into iMovie. I somehow got them both onto my iPad, and I did picture-in-picture webcam on iMovie.
That's a new video. iMovie challenge.
Can we edit a professional video
Yeah.
on the mobile version
Yeah.
of iMovie?
on like one
Well, I
of those
think you
iPads?
could now because you can get it on like an iPad Pro, and then you have like keyboard and mouse support, and then you have like you must be able to do like.
I think we'll do iPhone 4 iMovie.
That would be mad.
And then edit a whole video on there.
Because it used to be so much worse on Apple because the way you would download files, and like, okay, you can't actually download a file and put it into your files. Like, how do you get this thing into iMovie off of another device in the first place?
What I used to do is just download the video on my computer and then put it on Google Drive and then download it from Google Drive.
You'd have to do sometimes for me most of the time. I mean, this is when I was doing it. You couldn't even like download from Google Drive. You'd have to like open in iMovie, and then it would like take forever and import it slowly.
I don't remember. Like, I think
now Apple actually has a Files app.
For the longest time, I had an iPad Gen 4, which must have been from 2011, 2012, probably 2012. And then I upgraded to a 2014 iPad Air 2, and that was running like iOS 11 or something like that, and you had like a screen recording.
Dude, I remember having to do screen recording. I can't even remember what it's called now. Oh, I want to say it's like Air Show or something, where it fakes like air mirroring something on your device, but it's actually recording the screen. And you'd have to go to like, do you know what App Valley is? So you'd have to like go on a website, download App Valley, and then you have to sign it as a developer, which you could only do for like 2 weeks at a time, and then download this app just to screen record.
Wow.
I remember what iPad I had. I had an iPad Mini 2. So that was probably 2012 or something. So we're probably around a similar time. But yeah, I remember the roundabout things that you had to do just to even screen record.
I think they purposely made it very obtuse and difficult to get around.
I don't know
just
why.
So you can, because I think we wouldn't be as tech savvy if it was just easy to do stuff on there.
But
because you wouldn't have to try and find solutions to simple problems.
I think that's the good and the bad thing about Apple is that it's so dead simple to use, but for someone like me, it's so easy to use that it's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't I just go into settings and turn this off? No, I have to go into settings, developer options, do all this random crap just to like make it so, I don't know, I can like rename an app or something. Well, you can't even do that, I don't think.
I think they just recently added you able to put apps in different places and not just like.
So you can you actually now put it like at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah, you can put it at the bottom of the screen.
Oh my god!
I think that was a.
Dude, I remember jailbreaking my iPhone 7 to do that. Like, and I used to have a clock on
as soon as you were able to put an app at the bottom of the screen, you were like, "Damn, I'm just a criminal." Criminal activity.
Honestly, my iPhone 7 was jailbroken like mad. It had, like it had like the slide like animation. So when you swiped, it would like do some cool animation, and it had like the battery indicator was the whole like top thing. So like it'd be green at full, and then you could see it change color as it went down. And I had a clock widget on my like home screen.
Time.
Yeah.
Sick stuff, man.
And I had round icons. Hell yeah. Living that Google life. Anyway, what are we talking about? I'm like flaming Apple now. iMovie.
I think the worst thing about iMovie is that when you put clips in and then you put another clip in, its auto transition is to fade the clips in and out with each other.
You have to go through
like
you have
to go through 100 clips and then change it to.
There's probably a default.
There's probably a default that they've added. I'm not sure. If we actually ended up doing the iMovie challenge, it would probably be a lot easier than I remember it being. If we wanted to do it like a really really challenge ourselves, we'd have to find a version of the app that's from like 2013 or something.
I'm trying
like
to
that.
think if I have. I don't think I have anything that has like an old Apple product that would have iMovie on it.
I used for the longest time, I used my iPad mini to record these Mario plush videos that I'd make.
Hell yeah.
I had one in 2012 called Millie Matthews.
Who's that?
That's a whole other story.
Okay.
You can tell it wasn't actually my channel,
Oh.
but because I just basically took over this channel and then started uploading my videos to it, where I just have like Mario going on adventures and stuff. It was a whole thing. And then, but I used this.
Mario.
I used this like it was an iPad, but I swear it had like 16 gigabytes of internal storage on it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So you could record about 10 minutes of video on it.
Yeah.
So I'd record within the iMovie app and then make a 10-minute video, and then upload it within the app, and then I'd have to delete the whole thing, like all the footage and everything, so I could make space for my next video. Which I think is actually how they make movies in Uganda.
Yeah.
When you don't have enough storage space.
Do you remember the Do you remember that app that had all like the preset VFX?
Oh, was it? It was called like Action Movie or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. That was insane. Discovering that.
Yeah.
That is in my first iMovie trailer heavily.
We're gonna cut to 8-year-old me getting a car falling on me.
Oh my god.
That was crazy.
How do you survive?
That was child endangerment there.
Yeah.
My mum was behind the camera as well. She knew
Oh
what was
my
happening. She
God.
could have stopped it, but she decided not to.
She was the one who hit record, probably.
Yeah. I just now regained the ability to move my limbs after being paralysed for however many years.
Heavy.
Yeah. I got a whole other story.
I can show some clips of my first trailer. It's in like 360p, so you can't actually make anything out.
Just have it really small on the screen.
Yeah, it'd be like right here. But as you can see, it's like it uses all those effects, and because you could only have like a 5-second video per thing on the trailers, so it always like jumps back like a couple seconds because me trying to continue it, but I never found the right point. There's like a fly on my head. I don't know if the mic's picking that up. Bro, go away.
Doesn't understand we're trying to make rug orange here.
So is both of our like this, like the way we started being interested in film, like because we were making like stupid iMovie,
basically.
and we're both uploading to YouTube.
Yes.
Yes.
I think, and then I made my channel in 2012, or I took over my sister's channel in 2012, but then I came up with my own channel in 2015.
That's when I made my channel.
Called The Plush Company. I was 10 years old.
The Plush Company.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds so like we are the Plush Company.
But it's even more funny when you realise it's just a 10-year-old boy making these videos with like his Mario stuffed animals and all that. It had quite the storyline. I did a parody of The Walking Dead, I think, where there were like zombies everywhere. Mario got bit by a zombie, then he became a zombie. I think he got cured.
Are these still up?
We're gonna cut. Yeah. Well, the channel got annexed when I joined.
You still have them though.
When I was in year 7, I was like, I'm one of the cool kids, so I can't be like known for this shitty channel where I make like Mario toys.
Dude, mine was the
videos and all
opposite. I was like, yeah, hell yeah. Look at my Minecraft gameplay.
Minecraft gameplay is cool, but
It was in year 7, yeah. Did Minecraft prison server. That was the shit. Minecraft Bed Wars. Hell yeah.
you just wanted to talk about Minecraft again, didn't you?
Sorry, yeah. So actually, can I bring that up for a second? So the first episode we ever actually recorded of this was about the Minecraft movie. So it's really bad, but I've decided at least that it's in our backlog, and if we ever can't produce an episode on time, that's what's coming out.
And I think that's a good.
So if you ever see a really like
out of date episode about a movie that came out like months
when
ago,
you had hair,
oh yeah, when I had hair,
Isn't that crazy? And you're like halfway off the screen.
Yeah. I was really trying to hide the hair.
At least we were on the rug. So that's a bonus point.
If we managed, we could probably try and put a rug in the background.
What? Of
just
this?
like put it on a tree, hang it up on the tree.
Yeah,
maybe.
it's hanging out to dry.
Yeah. And that channel got annexed, but I guess I could show a few clips of the channel. I've got a very high pitched voice, and I was like, for some reason, I got a Wii U like that last Christmas when I made the channel, and I don't know, I became like such a Nintendo. I'd like played Nintendo games for a while, but for some reason I just became like a fanboy of the whole thing. Yeah. I remember leading up to the Wii U's release, I'd watch videos of like people loving the Wii U, saying why it was so good. I was like, you can turn off the TV and still play your games, and I was like, wow, this is fantastic shit right here. And then I remember watching videos of people hating on the Wii U, and then I'd like leave a comment.
The Wii U is very important. It's the Switch Zero.
Yeah,
100%. Like, I mean, I wasn't a Nintendo kid at all. I had a Wii, and we played it occasionally. I like Wii Sports, like one of the best free games ever, probably. I think the Nintendo Wii is the best family console of all time. And I think if they just remade the Wii now with better hardware, similar controllers, with really nice updated graphics, and remade all the classics for it, like Wii Sports and Resort or whatever, and Wii Play and all that. Damn, I would love that console.
Because there was actually nothing really wrong with the concept of it. It was just that it was using outdated hardware for the time. But that was to get it as cheap as possible, so it could be sold more. I mean, it wouldn't sell as well if it didn't.
Nintendo has never had updated hardware. I mean, maybe when the first Game Boy came out.
I mean, I think the Switch 2 is like basically a PS4.
Yeah, it's like equivalent to PS4, Xbox One, which, need I remind you, came out like over a decade ago. Yeah. And that just, I mean, and it's really, I would say it's really impressive the level of detail and optimization they can get out of that. But what could they do if they just put a little bit more effort in, made a nicer cooling solution, and had it more powerful? And the thing is, it would maybe be a bit more justified for them to charge more money as well if they did that.
The thing about the hardware is that it's just, to me, it never seemed to be that big of a deal, because
the games
people
are still
don't really
immersive.
buy a Nintendo console for the power for it, because, you know, I guess when people say like, PS4 versus Xbox One or PS3 versus Xbox 360, they don't really include the Nintendo consoles in there, because there isn't really a replacement for.
No, see, I never did. I was always an Xbox kid, really.
For playing like you can't play a Mario Kart equivalent game on an Xbox or a PlayStation.
No.
I mean, unless you want to talk about Sonic All-Stars or
Garfield Kart.
Crush, Garfield Kart.
That's a PC thing, I think.
Madagascar Kart.
But the thing is, it all falls apart when you start talking about computers.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, okay, why don't I just get a Steam Deck and emulate? Which, maybe that's not legal. But, I mean, who the hell is buying a game for 90 quid as well? That's my main problem with current Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm sitting here just waiting for them to make a Switch 2 emulator, basically.
Yeah.
And once they do,
the thing is, 60%, maybe more, of the games that are on Switch 2 are just Switch 1 games.
Yeah. So it's going to might be a little bit easier to develop a Switch 2 emulator than anything else. But I think
and considering it's hardware that is a decade old, that also makes it a bit easier.
Yeah. To run on.
It'll take a while, probably.
On modern computer hardware and stuff.
Someone's definitely working on it.
I think I spoke to you about this, and it's kind of like the reason someone would get a console either over like a PC is the same reason someone would get like an iPhone over like an Android. It's very you can tell these people who are basically the mainstream consumers. You can say, well, if you get this, it's going to be more expensive, but you can do more things on it. It's going to be more powerful.
The thing is, though, sometimes it's not more expensive. Steam Deck is cheaper than the Switch.
Yeah. It's one of I think the best valued things that you could probably get because
Yeah, it's definitely the best valued handheld.
They're definitely
ever.
losing money on
Well,
it
not ever, but like, yeah.
because it's so competitive.
Well, the thing is, they
priced.
have a huge library of games.
And they get a 30% like cut
Yeah,
whenever
yeah.
you get a game. And for you to be able to take your games wherever you want to go makes it more likely for you to buy from the Steam store over other
Yeah,
places.
exactly.
So
You're not going to buy it from anywhere else. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
the same as Nintendo.
Yeah.
You can't buy from anywhere else,
Yeah.
so you're locked into buying then like overpriced games.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Steam has like thousands of games.
Yeah.
So that's how they're making their money. Nintendo is probably being greedier, making money from the console and the thing. But that's kind of how Xbox makes their money too.
Well, what was
Game Pass.
always interesting about what Nintendo was doing in the 7th generation is that they were on top. They were making they got it sold like 110 million units or something ridiculous like that.
What the
Wii.
Wii? I don't know.
It's
I
it
would
was the best-selling home console Nintendo ever made up until the Switch came out.
Yeah,
And it's hard to say if the Switch is actually like a proper home console.
Yeah,
Cover hybrid.
it's a bit cloudy.
Yeah, but the thing about that is that I think it was because Iwata was the CEO at the time. The Wii, even though that it was the best selling, they didn't become complacent because a lot of their sales were from families who would buy it once and not, continue to buy the hardware. There was despite it being the best selling console, it still had a similar user base than the Xbox 360 and the PS3 at the time. So you still had great games coming out for it because Nintendo wasn't going to be like, these idiots, they'll buy anything like they do now with like the Switch. You can charge,
It's
80,
like, oh, new game,
80
let me
quid,
buy.
for Mario Kart World and all that. And they're going to keep, they're just going to keep like continuing to see what they can get away with until eventually people aren't gonna, I think the Switch 3 or whatever they make after this, it is not going to do as well because they are going to be like, they're going to take a step too far.
That's what I mean. I think they need to make a home console. And I get the Switch is kind of that, but they need to make another Wii. Honestly,
I think the thing about the Switch 2 is it's in a very different situation now where it is. Before, when the Switch came out in 2017, there wasn't an equivalent console that could play that quality of games on the go. But now, because with the Steam Deck is coming out, they are directly
the last
competing.
thing really was also Nintendo. It was like DS.
Yeah.
And there was all the like shitty handhelds. There was some PC handhelds, but they just weren't that complete package.
Because you had the PSP was going against the DS. The PSP did actually really well.
Dude, the PSP is awesome, I feel.
Because you could download pornography on it.
Hell yeah.
As all the news sites would tell you about. And it had the hardware for it as
I don't
well.
know. Dude, all I need to know is that you can play Terraria and Minecraft on it.
And then
I'm happy.
Are you talking about the PS Vita?
Wait, oh no.
No, the PS Vita was basically the 3DS to the...
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was that after then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the PS Vita did terribly.
Oh, really?
And because as it came out 2012 and Sony basically gave up on it by 2014 or something
PS
like that.
Vita maybe like 5 years after they came out. And they were really expensive.
Got an OLED screen.
Oh,
for the time.
Damn, yeah.
Like 2012
I mean, it's Sony.
OLED. Yeah.
So what do you expect?
They're on top. At least they were until they just completely gave up on it. 3DS. So, since the 3DS, Nintendo really hasn't had that many, competitors in the handheld market.
Yeah.
So they can basically live off of that and just do whatever they want.
That's probably why they made it their main focus.
I think because they kept supporting the 3DS, years after the Switch came,
Well, because they had even, the new 3DS or whatever. So, and that released probably, it's a newer thing than you probably think it is.
It came out about a decade ago. I remember it came out 2015.
But it feels like something that's from the early 10s era or something.
Yeah. And they kept supporting the 3DS until I think it was around 2020 or 2021, something like that. I think they ended up supporting it for about 10 years after that because they made so many of them.
Yeah.
And going into when they had finally dropped the support for the 3DS, I think a lot of people assumed that the output of the Switch would be equal to that of the games that they were putting out for both the Wii U and the 3DS.
Yeah.
But it didn't really seem like that, because when they just had one console that they were supporting, you'd assume that they'd have all the power to create twice as many games. But it just didn't really end up like that, and instead you got stuff like Super Mario 3D All Stars, where you have Super Mario Galaxy 2 missing from the Switch, and you still have it for £60 or whatever, and it's a limited time release, so you're basically forced to buy it if you want to play these games that you love. There's like shitty Mario Party games, which aren't like the Mario Party games that we had before. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had DLC that was just ripped right from Mario Kart Tour, because they were originally planning to release the Switch 2 in, I think it was around 2022 or something like that. But because lockdown happened, Switch 1 sales just boosted through the roof. And then they just had to keep supporting it because of all this new player base to get, milk as much as they could out of this new, like...
I wonder what the 22 Switch looks like.
Yeah, I wonder as well. It's probably exactly the same thing, but they might have...
I think it's probably just the OLED Switch.
Because they did really... Yeah, I don't...
It's probably just the OLED Switch with better hardware.
It's getting a bit... Yeah. My dad's singing opera in the kitchen. I don't know why he's doing that. Yeah, the OLED Switch was like 2021, I think. I think I remember
something like that.
Because I think I was in the hospital at the time.
Was the Switch Pro ever a thing? Am I going crazy?
No, Switch Pro was never a thing. But the Switch OLED was just the Switch with an OLED screen, and then they replaced the USB ports on the back with a Ethernet port.
Oh,
and that's the only thing that was different about the whole thing.
Oh, on the dock?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my god, have you heard like the Switch 2 is like it bricks third-party docks, so you can't use them.
So you just try and put it in a third-party dock, and then
because
they're selling those docks for like 150 quid or something like that.
Because it was like with the Switch 1, it was very fussy about external stuff, and it would like lock your Switch out if you had like something they didn't like, which is just mad. And now they're kind of just doing that again with the docks because they want you to buy their... Well, I mean, you get it anyway, but it's like...
I heard there was something about if you change the hardware or something and the Switch 2 recognizes it, it'll just brick itself.
Yeah, I think that's true.
And if you read like the terms and conditions of when you get the Switch, you technically don't own the Switch that you have.
Oh my god!
You just have a license to use it or something like that.
That's
something
crazy.
like that. Reminds me of those terms and conditions where like if you download Disney Plus, you can't sue Disney in any way. So you're basically locked into an abusive relationship with these companies that Disney and Nintendo are basically, they are similar in the fact that they have like, they've got you and your childhood like by their throats.
Yeah.
And they're just seeing what they can get away with. I'd say Nintendo is probably more respected than Disney at the moment, especially since Nintendo is, as much as their faults, they are actually putting out new things.
Yeah. They're not completely like, they don't feel as like corporate as Disney almost. Yeah. They still feel like, oh, it's still like friendly Nintendo, and it's not like they're putting out bad products or anything. Yeah. They're just not exactly
in some aspects
what
they are raising the bar of what is going on in the the gaming industry and stuff. I mean, the Steam Deck wouldn't exist without the Switch, so that's something to think about.
Yeah, that's probably true. Don't know. I don't even remember what we were talking about. We just went in a Nintendo rant.
Because I think we started talking about like Mario.
Mario.
We started talking about Mario and stuff.
Oh, Luigi.
This is going to be the episode where we start talking about the upcoming Super Mario Brothers, Mario Luigi Stupid Adventures or whatever we called it, MLG Adventures.
MLG Adventures. I feel like we should save that for tomorrow.
Should we?
Yeah, we'll talk about it with Rosa.
That's a good idea.
Because then we have the team. Yeah,
got the whole team.
Stay tuned, guys.
In the next episode, we're going to talk about this great idea. I tried to explain the idea to people before, and then as soon as I start saying it, I kind of realise this is a stupid idea.
It's really stupid, but I think that's why we should make it.
Yeah. Because there's too many people, we talked about this before, but there's too many people who take themselves too seriously.
Yeah. Why can't we just fuck around and make something really dumb?
Like, why can't I just dress as Luigi and then start rapping into like the camera and
Got
stuff?
the cream, bro.
You've got like crap of cream, bro.
Cap of cream. Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. But no, I think we were slowly making our way through time.
Yeah, what we were making. So around 2015, you were making your iMovie.
I guess so. Yeah, I made my channel on my birthday in 2015 because my parents were like, "You can't have a YouTube channel until you're 10."
They put a blockade on that.
So I was like, okay, but I'm waking up at 6 a.m. and making myself a YouTube channel, which is exactly what I did. And my first video is 6 a.m. on my birthday, going, "Hey guys, welcome to my channel."
Yeah,
Genuinely that exactly. I'm like lying in bed, got my iPad front selfie camera towards me.
Yeah, and it's
awful.
The what was the title of the video?
My first vid.
Oh, it's not great. Should have been like, this goes out to my mother.
I have some way better titles than that though.
What's your
KFC
favorite
vlog episode 6? That's a banger.
Is that an episode 6 of going to the same KFC?
No, that's just my 6th vlog. But it really does sound like it's the 6th.
The KFC.
That was
vlog.
also on my birthday. I think it was on my birthday a year later.
Yeah,
which is crazy. I'd only made 6 videos. Well, I'd made other stuff. A lot of my early videos were like classic point camera at iPad.
Yeah.
And play a game. And the game that we decided was Angry Birds Star Wars. Hell yeah.
Fantastic game.
And that game was crazy. You could use the little like pods on the camera and they'd get this QR code and then you could use... Dude, ahead of its time. Actually, it was like Skylanders basically.
Toys to Life, Amiibos. No, I was more of a Disney Infinity kid.
Oh,
that game sucks.
Dude, I had Skylanders and I had Dimensions, which I think they're both better than Infinity, to be fair.
But we're talking about Skylanders and Toys to Life, and I've collected many Amiibos.
I never had Amiibos.
I had I think I got like 8 Amiibos. I think my favourite one was Bowser because he's such a chunky one.
So long, gay Bowser.
And I trained that guy. I trained that son of a bitch in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and he became my best friend. And then we just we leveled up together. He copied my fighting style, which was basically just doing down
Smash Bros.
smash.
Wii U.
Yeah,
and that's what it was called.
Yeah, the Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and then the 3DS one was called Super Smash Bros. For 3DS.
Super Smash. So was that like that was a new game?
Yeah,
I've never heard of it. Genuinely.
Well, the name sucks, and I think that someone made a good point. What if the 3DS version was called Super Smash Bros. Dimensions, and then the Wii U version was Super Smash Bros. Universe? Wouldn't that be great?
That's better, yeah.
But
they're the same game, but ported to different devices.
They are the kind of the same game. They've got the same like character roster, but they've got different game modes, different maps. So it gets really confusing about what you can actually, if you can call them the same game, because they're not. And as soon as the Switch came out, it made it much simpler because you've just got one game that you share for both.
Ultimate. Ultimate is pretty good, actually.
I think
Ultimate is second best.
Calling it Ultimate, I think, puts them in a bit of a corner.
That's really dumb, I think.
I mean, what are they going to call it's like calling it Ultra 4K.
Yeah.
How do you go above Ultra?
Well, how do you go above? I know how you go above Ultra 4K.
What's Ultra like?
Ultra
HD?
Mega HD. Real definition. No, I feel like. What was I going to say? I've lost my thought. No, they can't. They'll just name it something different, and it'll be fine, and people will buy it. But it's going to be I think it's going to be very hard for them to make a better.
Because the game has 88 characters or something ridiculous like that.
They did really go all in on it.
Yeah.
And I think it actually is one of the times that's paid off.
Yeah.
I mean, Melee.
It's one of the...
Still better.
Melee?
Sorry, that's how I say it. Smash Bros. Melee.
And you call it Brawl?
Melee.
Super
Melee.
Smash Bros. Brawl is my third favourite.
Brawl. I say Brawl.
Okay. No,
I
Brawl.
say Melee.
I really like all of them. The only
Melee.
one that I haven't played is the first one on the Nintendo 64. But I'll sing the themes to you, and you got to rank them. So I'll start off with this one. That was going to be No, that was Brawl.
Oh, was it? I think it's
That was the first one. This one. Dum da dum da dum da dum 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 da dum 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 da dum da dum da dum 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 da dum 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 dum. Third one.
Why'd you know this?
And then I forgot what Melee's one was. Which one was the best one?
They're all really good. All a solid A. I think the first one may be an S.
You're an ultimate fanboy, aren't you?
No. I prefer Melee. Sorry, Melee. Sorry, I have to say it properly. I don't know why. I've always just said it like that, so I just say it like that.
Melee's kind of it's kind of like
Melee.
Its development was kind of rushed.
Melee.
It was done in about 13 months, I think.
Really?
And because it was done so quickly, there's a lot of exploits in the game. So that creates for such an incredibly high skill ceiling that it's a very interesting game to watch competitively. And it's
it
the
really
one,
is.
and it's the reason why it's the most widely played.
I was watching Supernova the other day, which is one of the bigger, maybe the biggest tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually just sick. Dude, I love watching it. I was watching Ludwig and Slime commentating, and fucking fly, bro.
Bro,
and it was actually really entertaining. I would love to play some Melee.
Yeah, I got Melee.
But I don't know if I'd be any good or if I would actually enjoy playing it. But it's really fun to watch. Very competitive.
It's a really fast-paced game, which is why people don't really like Brawl that much, because it's very heavily slowed down.
No,
There's
okay.
lots of purposely anti-competitive parts of the game, like tripping.
There were still some good competitors, though. What's his name? I can never remember his name. Is it Zane? Yeah, Zane. From he's in Shopify Rebellion, which is Ludwig's.
Shopify?
Yeah.
Oh.
As in Shopify, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is Ludwig's esport. He reps them. And he did really well, I think. I think he won the whole thing, which is insane. He was talking about, he's like, yeah, I easily have 10k hours in the game. That's wild to me. I don't think I have that in any game. I think
Not even Cookie Clicker.
I think I have that. No, just okay. I'm not going to go into Cookie Clicker right now, but yeah, I don't think I have that spread across every game I've ever played. I think maybe I do have around 10,000 spread across everything.
It's actually even hard to quantify how long 10,000 hours actually is.
I've played on my Steam account. I have just over 4,000 hours
of every single game.
Every single game total, and I've had Steam since 2017, 16. So before that, I mean, obviously, I played a lot of Minecraft on my phone.
Yeah.
And Xbox 360. So I bet I have 3,000 hours in that game alone. So I'm burping as the mindset.
Yeah, if there's any game that I've played the most, it probably is Minecraft.
Yeah.
I probably do have around 2,000 hours, I think. I don't play it. I mean, everyone goes through the phases, right?
Yeah.
You start playing with your friends leave, you play alone for a bit.
We're waiting for the next update to bring the server back to life.
And then the new update comes in, and then you just start playing with your friends again.
But yeah, 10,000 hours in just Melee.
I mean, if you're doing it for your job, I guess it's a little bit more.
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah.
And it's been around for.
And it's he changes characters as well. He doesn't play the same person every time, which is just wild.
No,
It's really
Sheik, Jigglypuff, Fox.
Yeah.
Those are like
Basically.
the main ones that people play as.
HBox,
Which sucks because I love
does HBox play Jigglypuff?
Yeah, Jigglypuff.
Like really good. Like
Yeah.
he is the Jigglypuff.
Yeah, I watched this whole documentary on Hungry Box, and
I don't really know much about him, but he's really
people don't really like him that much.
Oh.
Like the Smash community don't really like him. They
I
think
think
he's
he's
a
cool.
bit. They for a while they kind of saw him as like he was kind of an underdog, but he didn't have that underdog vibe about him, so he ended up just kind of like anyone who was like interested in watching new competitors, he'd kind of just beat them, and then he'd basically become like, and then he started playing into the fact that he kind of was seen as the villain, and then
that's kind of fun.
It all culminated in someone throwing a crab at him on stage.
That's really funny.
And then he started having a freak out. But I feel like if I had a crab thrown at me, even if it was a cooked crab, I wouldn't be happy with it. Even if it was a crab cake, I'd probably be a little bit angry about the whole thing.
I'd throw it back.
But I watched the whole video, and the whole video is basically being like, you guys don't give enough support to Hungry Box and all that. But then I watch videos of him, and I'm kind of like, I kind of understand why people don't really like him that much. He's just got this thing about him where he's kind of, he doesn't seem all of that, like, I don't know, there's maybe like a lack of gratitude for things in general.
Maybe, I don't know. From what I saw from him on that tournament, he seemed like really respectful. He was like, next time I'm gonna win, He's like determined to get a win. I don't think he's ever won a tournament.
My favourite bloke is the Swedish guy.
Oh, what does he look like?
He's got glasses and he's got short hair.
Oh, I don't remember him. But I'd know him if I saw him, probably.
Some of them have got very interesting names.
Yeah.
I think after this, I'm going to show you the video. It's going to be like the top 10 cringiest moments in Smash history.
Top 10 salty ice climber moments.
And there's these two guys who are just like they're about to introduce this tournament and stuff. And this guy's like, it's so good that you're finally here and we can finally, get into the tournament. And then he looks at him and he's like got a completely wide smile. He's like, I know you haven't been here before, but you should know that you do not touch me like that.
What? Dude, that's the most
While the cameras are still rolling.
That's the most it's like 2010 type shit ever.
Yeah.
Dude, I would have killed to be at some of those like early Smash events because they just seem like such a vibe. Like
there was,
even like friendlies where you just like go to someone's house and you'd play.
When
Sounds
Brawl was
sick.
like relatively new and people were still kind of treating it as like a competitive thing. Back when they were like, okay guys, you can't play Meta Knight. I'm sorry, but he's just too good of a character that it's kind of boring to watch a match where everyone's just playing as Meta Knight. One of the best melee players, he was in the tournament and he ended up getting beaten by just some random kid.
That is crazy.
And he wasn't even planning to be there. Him and his dad were just doing a road trip of America and they were just like, oh, there's a tournament going on. So they just step in there and they end up beating like one of the best melee players
pretty
ever.
Legendary.
And that was the turning point where everyone kind of like turned on the game and to this day, Smash Bros. Brawl has like one of the worst reputations, just because it's not a fun game to watch competitively.
Yeah, you don't really see it at all.
Which is weird because you'd assume that like games that do have a competitive edge to them usually do stay relevant for longer. But I guess if you're a company that is planning to put out a sequel, it's not in your best interest to create a game that is that long lasting, unless you're planning to
you want more
release
money, really.
microtransactions and DLC. Yeah. But in this time and place, that business model didn't come to fruition.
No, not really. No, I feel like the Smash community is really cool. Actually,
I feel like smelly.
Are they?
Yeah, you don't know about that?
No.
There's a story, the horror stories of people going to these Smash tournaments and the stench that you get when you go in. It's like an open sewer. I think they just don't wear deodorant, and that's not something that applies to like, because you've got anime conventions and comic conventions and gaming conventions and stuff. But there's something about Smash players where they kind of they don't want to wear deodorant for some reason. And maybe they're like something about liking all of these characters coming together and, you know, beating the crap out of each other. Something about that makes you feel like you shouldn't at least consider buying some links. Africa.
Yeah, I've never actually heard of that.
Have you never heard of the Smelly Smash Bros? Well, the Smash community, I don't think has got the best reputation either when it comes to like some of them. I think they've got this like Minecraft YouTuber thing about them.
See.
And I think when Minecraft Steve came out, some people were angry about Minecraft Steve showing up in the game because it doesn't fit with the other art style. And then some guy was just like, I don't understand why the Smash community is so angry about Minecraft Steve. I thought you guys loved miners.
Jesus. Yeah. I don't really know much about it, but it just, I don't know. I feel like I feel like what I would have enjoyed.
Sometimes it's good. Sometimes ignorance is bliss when it comes to the Smash community.
Yeah.
Because then you don't have to.
I just watch it when there's an event on.
Oh, also, I've got this idea of we'll be changing topics here, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I don't even know what we were talking about.
I was going to talk to you about one of my ideas for a film.
Ooh.
It's set in a distant future, like a Black Mirror type situation where it's kind of like a sci-fi speculative fiction about what could happen, but not necessarily what will happen.
Yeah.
And it's a news, like a small company discovers there's a loophole. It's like a small news organization fund. There's a loophole when it comes to private investigation and news reporting. And what they discover is that you can record people without their consent or their knowledge to create news about these people. If you have a probable cause or something, but they can basically make up this probable cause. And what this leads to is this entertainment show like TMZ, which is kind of like half paparazzi, half, just stalking, these random people. And they basically take these people and they start to sort of like stalk them, harass them, and then basically trip them up with all of these, they take control of their life basically.
Yeah.
And up to this point, this show has been quite successful, at least in an underground community of people who don't really have that much of a moral compass. But it's kind of stagnated as of late, and they're not getting as many viewers. But now they've brought on this new writer, and this new writer is kind of being like, what we haven't done is we haven't looked at these subjects and the people that we're stalking, and we haven't analysed the potential for entertainment value. So he starts to theorise that what they should be doing is going after increasingly more vulnerable people who will create more entertaining things for the show. And what he decides on is he talks to his assistant.
Is it kind of like that one episode of Always Sunny where Mac and Charlie film their mums and make it into a sitcom?
Oh yeah. The situational. Yeah.
What was it? I don't even remember what it's called, but that was really
Charlie's
funny.
Mom, a situational comedy or something like that. Yeah. I love that episode. But him and his assistant basically, he basically says, okay, so create this dating account and then go through and then see if you can try and find the most desperate man you can possibly find. And she eventually finds this person who's got social anxiety and autism, who lives with his parents. He's like in his like late 30s, mid 30s, something like that. And and they feel like they've struck gold with this person because he's so like funny to sort of, when he gets riled up, he enters these like fits of like autistic rage, and he's like,
actually.
And him and his assistant start to like continue to kind of control his life. It starts off small, but increasingly it raises in more, like they see further and further what they can get away with. But all of this time, the new writer, he's trying to go for the most entertaining thing he can, and his assistant is slowly falling out of line with what he's like going for. And all of the people around him are kind of like, this guy's actually a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like, what is he doing? And it all culminates in him eventually setting a bunch of rabid dogs on this guy, like having him being chased through like all these train tracks and stuff, and him just being like, or everyone around him has kind of lost faith in his whole thing, but he's just like, he's too far into it to this point where he's just like, I've got to do it. I've got to make an entertaining show. Like the show must go on kind of mentality.
Yeah.
It's like, it kind of started when I was thinking about like TMZ and like celebrity stalking paparazzi kind of things. We're looking through their like trash and seeing like old McDonald's and being like, oh my God, they eat McDonald's.
Yeah, that's weird.
So like after all of the celebrities have been milked for every bit of entertainment value, after that they just start to go after just normal like everyday people. And yeah, I want to make the whole thing from the perspective of this like weird, like almost like a Patrick Bateman type psycho
Dennis
person.
Reynolds.
Yeah. Whose only goal is just to make the most entertaining thing like you possibly can. He doesn't care who it hurts.
I am a golden god.
But yeah, that was my idea. It was going to be called Punchbag TV.
Yeah, sounds really interesting.
I don't know how it's going to be done. I'm going to try and put a park bench in there somehow, just sneak it in.
Yeah. Two friends, park bench.
It's going to be like not as comedic as other things that I make, because it's going to be
it kind of sounds like it needs to be serious. I mean, it could have the comedic twist where it's like, oh, when we're in the mode of like the content they're creating,
yeah,
that is comedic and that's funny.
It's going to be like, it's going to start as an episode. It's going to be like coming up on Punchbag TV, and it's going to be like, old Joe is looking at his newspaper for the last time, but look, we're going to set off the sprinklers. Oh, look how mad he's getting. Like it starts off like quite simple, like spraying people with water and stuff, and then it just slowly starts to get more fucked up.
I mean, that's a really like fleshed out idea. To be fair, that is my like biggest problem. I know the kind of things I want to make. I've zero clue how to even like form it into a cohesive idea.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just like there are some ideas where it's difficult to come up with ideas where someone's is primarily online, and there are a few shows that do that quite well, but you'll never see a lot of the plot happening as a result of like online interaction and stuff. Usually it's a lot more fun and theatrical to see it happen in person. One of my favorite films like this is it's called Ingrid Goes West, and it's about this young girl who who becomes obsessed with this like Instagram influencer and starts to like convinces herself that she's friends with her and just does whatever she can to like meet her and do it. And she goes as far as like stealing her dog just so she can give it back to her for the reward money and like start to spend more time with her that way. But it's a great film, and you see a lot of the points, like the plot points, happen in person and not through any like online interaction, because usually a lot of the time it's not very interesting to see when like text messages and
pretty
stuff
boring
happen. Yeah, like phone calls really should be the limit of that. And then there are a lot of good examples of like the phone calls being like significant points of the story and things like that. But
if you can make it interesting, then
it's just because phones are way too overpowered.
Yeah,
I think back to like, I guess if you've got like a camera on you at all times and it's like a crime show, you can basically film the crime and then report it, and then that's it. You've just got this like all-powerful plot weapon on you at all times, where you can call the police at any point. You can film a crime when it's happening.
A lot of modern films don't really acknowledge the existence of phones.
Yeah,
which is actually surprising. And when they do, it's never done well, is it?
Yeah.
So,
because like the directors working today, they don't make films set in the modern day. Like Martin Scorsese, Spielberg, Quentin Tarantino.
Well, I think there's a good reason for that. Like, don't know. It's like
Christopher Nolan as well. I mean, he'll do.
What point in time is more depressing than now? like fucking Victorian times. Great. So it's like, yeah, they might as well.
It's to me when I see AirPods in a film, I'm kind of
Oh.
like, whoa. Now this is something I don't see very often. Like when
Yeah.
Roderick wears AirPods in like the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid animated film, I'm like, oh, that's
crazy.
so cool and contemporary, and I love it.
Yeah. That's why, like, if I wanted to make a serious film, I'm going to try my hardest to, like, set it in, like, the 70s or something,
Yeah.
you know? Because that's an era I really like, and the style and all that, and the music. And I feel like even if it's a film that kind of doesn't even... You wouldn't think would benefit from that, it just kind of would, you know? If it could be set in a time where, I don't know, it's just a little more exciting and interesting to look at and all that.
There's a lot of examples of like when they try and remake a film, but sometimes they change like
Modern remake.
yeah, sometimes they change like the year that it took place in. Sometimes they change like there's the great film called Old Boy, which is a South Korean film, and they did an American remake of it. And at some points you realise that when you're doing a South Korean action film, the fact that they don't have guns creates like quite an interesting like you're able to make combat like a lot more interesting. Yeah. Because you're like, oh, why don't they just get a gun and shoot this guy? But instead they have to like go up to him and like use their fists, use weapons, like get up really close to him. And that's an example, and that's like an argument that can be made for like 28 Days Later or Shaun of the Dead of why those films are like more interesting to watch, because you're not just watching someone with a gun the whole time just shoot people, and it's like after a while it can
The
get
Winchester,
kind of like,
man.
except for the Winchester.
Yeah.
So it should only be like
Yeah,
the
it's like
epic climax of it. Yeah.
The thing.
But guns are so like overdone that it's kind of like we've all become dull to it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've never seen a real gun like my whole life.
I think I have.
Like
In
a
America.
loaded weapon.
In America.
In America.
Police in America.
That's why I've never been able
And
to see it
security,
without my
like
eyes.
TSA in America.
Yeah. It's like, what is this? And it's like, oh, like, fucking
Honestly.
thing with gunpowder and all that. But when they bring the film over to like do an American version of it, you're just like, yeah, why don't they just like shoot each other? Why have they got like these bats and all that? Like, if they're supposed to be like hard criminals and all that, you'd think they'd at least be able to protect themselves. And
You just took away the reason it was like good and interesting in the
Yeah.
first place. Just, yeah.
it can be like, I mean, if you want to do a cool film, like, you know how we've got like the anti-drug rules, you know, the films that we make, you can't have like cocaine and all that. I got around that using sherbet. But what about a film set in the Prohibition period? Because you can have just alcohol, and that's basically the equivalent for drugs, because people would be like smuggling that and stuff.
Dude, that would be kind of a sick film. Like modern times now, but like the most sought after commodity is alcohol.
Yeah, because and then the film starts and it's like just a big like
The
burning.
455-day alcohol ban continues.
Not like Star Wars text crawl or something.
Yeah.
We'll get a whole like
After
like
the
a
Rebel
like a
Alliance.
bonfire, and it's like one of these Morettis, and someone just chucks them in, and then
Yeah.
everyone's like cheering, like,
It's
down
like-
with the alcohol.
It's like when John Lennon said the Beatles are bigger than Jesus, they just started burning all the albums. It's like that, but with alcohol.
Wow.
Just burn it all. Get rid of it.
To be fair though, you do have a bit of a point. Going to talk about something a little bit contemporary here. It's going to be about the new legislation that's been recently implemented
yes.
by the UK government. Also known as Labour is also known as the reason why Reform are going to win the next general election, which I never thought was going to happen, but they fucked up so bad. that
Can I
guess
just
it's gonna
say-
be the case?
I don't know anything about politics, nor do I care to know. And if I do actually know, I'm not going to share my opinion.
I will share my opinion, at least about this legislation. I think it's one of the worst
Yeah,
legislations that has ever been introduced in the last, I don't even know how many years, just because
it does seem a bit pointless.
It's pointless, it's authoritarian, and it doesn't do the thing that it's meant to accomplish.
Yeah.
Anyone who is, tech savvy enough, anyone who's ever heard of a VPN, which tons of people have.
Yeah.
Why do you think
they all shot up to like number one downloaded?
2,000%.
Yeah.
And now that Nigel Farage is saying that, he's going to overturn this whole legislation when reform comes to power, which they probably will.
See, I don't know what any of that means. You just went blah, 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 blah. No, I think... And didn't they say they were going to try and ban VPNs as well?
Yeah,
because if they do
there's a clause in the new legislation
insane.
Which basically says they're going to look at the VPN usage.
Dude, I'm just going to make my own VPN
and then
at
come
that
to
point.
a conclusion of whenever they should ban VPNs and all that.
No way. You literally can't do it. That's a breach of privacy.
Yeah. And
or like what has happened already isn't.
Yeah.
But,
it's just like all of those face scans and ID checks and driver's license they're going to be scanned just so they can live on a database somewhere and eventually get leaked.
And they get sold.
Yeah.
You're literally doing like a scammer's job for them.
Yeah. I'm like scammers are jumping with joy right now. They're just like, oh my God, you've basically created the equivalent of like that, whatever that pit is in the fucking Death Star where you can just shoot into it and the whole thing explodes. Damn.
Doesn't seem very smart. And okay, if you guys want a VPN, link in the description.
Yeah.
If you sign up, if you add,
we're going Surfshark this time.
No, we're not.
Next week's going to be Express, and then the week after that,
Nord. If you click that link, you get 1 gigabyte free extra a month. And
really?
Yeah. It's called Windscribe.
I'm going to click that link, and I think you should too. If you're,
we don't have sponsors, but this is as close as I can get, so I can get a bunch of data on my VPN for free. So yeah. Windscribe VPN in the description. I'll give you the account details if you want to share it with me.
Sure thing, man.
Hell yeah.
And also,
if you guys want to share it
another
with
thing
me,
about the VPN is let's say you're 15 years old.
Yeah.
And what you love more than anything is the hub.
Oh.
You're being exposed to this adult content, and these legislations hit. It's July 28th, whenever they introduce this stupid policy.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, what do I do now? Am I going to not have this anymore? Or am I going to get VPN, which also exposes me to going onto the dark web, where I can download torrents. You can watch
you don't need the dark web for torrents,
videos, man. Live Leak, if that still existed.
Yeah, it probably would just encourage more people to either get a VPN or just like pirate things.
Yeah.
So
it literally creates a worse environment for kids.
Who knows? It's probably not going to last long.
No.
So. And if it does,
I've signed the petition. Have you signed the petition?
Sign a petition.
Have you signed the petition?
I think I did.
Okay, cool.
Because you sent it to me. And I read the whole thing, just like very long.
Yeah.
But I did it.
They can. I think the government can change what they deem as offensive content at any point.
Oh.
So
it could be like a video game.
So it could be like anti-government speech could then be censored and stuff.
Oh.
And then you could get Big Brother, and he could then start watching you.
Already are.
You better not make any mistakes. I'm never gonna upload my all of these third-party companies as well. I have no idea. Like they say, oh, this is going to be trusted by this verification company. I've never heard of these companies ever.
No.
And you can't say something's trusted when no one knows what it is. They started with Reddit, Spotify, there's Wikipedia, requires verification, I think.
Spotify? That's mad.
If I didn't already say Reddit as well.
You said that twice. Reddit.
Twitter. Reddit.
Twitter makes sense, actually.
Yeah. I mean,
dude,
if anything...
Gronk AI. Going off on one.
Mega Hitler.
Dude, what a guy. I was actually going to mention something, because... So, whilst I was away, I did try to record an episode of this podcast with me, Bella, and Nathan. And it was awful. And all we talked about was Instagram, gooning, and gooning on Instagram. Can you see why? Can you see why I'm saying this is awful? And then by the end of it, someone mentioned that Pornhub. I mean, sorry, I can't probably say that. Who cares? The Hub has basically TikTok on it, so you just scroll through. And by the end of the episode,
And who brought up that?
I think it was Nathan. Oh no, I think it was Bella. And then Nathan pulled out his phone, went on, you know, and
Why have
just
you got?
started scrolling.
Oh, you've always got a gooner that you start like filming.
I don't know why that was our topic. It was kind of funny. To me, it was really funny. But I know if I post that, no one's going to find it funny.
And it's going to get banned as well.
Yeah, it would get... the episode's called Goonstagram. Guys,
Bug Orange
smash like
special.
and subscribe if you want to see Goonstagram. Anyway, speaking
That's
of porn,
going on the Patreon.
Anyway, speaking of porn, let's get back to our filmmaking.
Yeah.
Wait.
Whoa.
And
I mean,
actually, how far do we want to like go? Because we're still at like 2015, like early.
Soon after, like, I think I took a wild break from doing like YouTube and all that. I think I started making Instagram videos where what I do is I just look at people's Instagrams, and I had a series called "Is That Instagram Bad or Good?" And I basically just anyone who wanted to basically get their Instagram judged.
That's a really creative name.
Cheers.
You could have called it Goonstagram.
I could have called it Instagram, but I think if I called it that, no one would understand the reference
until like 10 years later.
Exactly. And then, so someone would just say like, "Oh, can you look at my Instagram?" And then I just look at the Instagram, and then like every single Instagram. At that point,
who was saying, "Can you look at my
look
Instagram?"
at my Instagram.
You sure it wasn't?
So many people.
Are you sure
were
it wasn't
doing it.
you saying, do you want me to look at your Instagram?"
No. Well, I started like basically making fun of people for like doing wheelies on bikes and acting like this was a really cool thing, and then just make like comedy.
So did this have an
Instagram
actual
videos.
audience that wasn't just your friends?
People I didn't even speak to started like people that went to
Really?
different schools. I would be getting off the bus and there'd be random people showing up, and they'd say my username like out loud.
Yo, Eddie Spaghetti.
Exactly.
Oh my god, how did I know? Dude, it's almost like I saw this.
Yeah.
Oh.
They'd say Eddie Spaghetti, and I'm just like, leave me alone, man. I don't know you.
Eddie Spaghetti, rate my Instagram, mate.
Yeah, like, I'd look at everyone's Instagram and then like start.
Would you ever be nice to them? I'm guessing not.
Never.
Okay,
Well, sometimes I would, but like, I basically just like, if I was going to do it the equivalent today, I'd just be kind of like, I'd just be scrolling Instagram and just look at people's like what people are putting out, or like going on stories and stuff. And I'm like, 50% of it is Gaza.
That's true.
25% of it is like holidays.
It's pretty.
Holidays that they go
I deleted
on.
Instagram yesterday.
And 25% of it is just like concerts. That's
Yeah.
like the whole thing.
I deleted Instagram yesterday. So my friend Bella, who was on the podcast that will never air.
Yeah.
When we like as we were coming back from the trip, she was like, "Guys, I'm deleting Instagram. If you want to contact me, go on WhatsApp." And I was like, "Hell yeah!" Now I actually don't have a reason to look at Instagram, because the only reason I looked at Instagram was because me, her, and Nathan had a group chat,
Yeah.
and I still had it installed for like the last couple weeks or whatever. And I was like, and every time I'm clicking on it, I'm like checking for new messages, and there are none. So I'm like, and then I get distracted, and I'm like, oh my god, this is the exact reason I hate Instagram.
Yeah.
The thing I don't mind on Instagram is stories. Sorry. I don't mind looking at.
I hate stories.
I don't mind looking at people's stories because I can like spend a second and just kind of know what everyone's kind of up to.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate it when they're just memes or like repost of some random political bullshit that I don't care about.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I actually think they're really good just to like know what people are doing.
Yeah.
But then you always end up going on it and then getting distracted and then like looking through reels.
Oh, sometimes I put on YouTube on the TV today, and then I went on my phone, and I was just using it just to check my messages, and then I just ended up going on like
you just end up in a rabbit hole because it's just, I don't know. And I'm not even one who's like, I don't even watch YouTube Shorts. I don't have a TikTok account. I don't have any of that. So the fact that I'm like kind of hooked on Instagram Reels for even that like 5-10 minutes, I hate.
Yeah.
Because I know what it will lead to. Like, I have friends that will like, literally, you'll be in the middle of watching a film or like out at the pub, and they're just like, and that just pisses me off so much.
When I'm like just trying to have dinner with people, and they just like start looking at their phones and stuff, it's like it's like they can't digest food without having
I used to have this rule
TikTok
when I do a house party, I have a box and make everyone put their phones in it.
No, you don't.
Dude, I've done this before.
No, you don't.
And it's so much better.
That's
genuinely.
awful.
No, obviously people can go and get their phones if they just like call their parents.
Yeah.
But it's like,
that is some school shit though.
but it's like, hey guys, if you want to get at some drinks, like put your fucking phone in the box.
I've got a system. It's whenever they take out their phones, I say, put your fucking phone away, you dickhead.
Yeah, that's true. I do that now. I'm talking like quite a few years ago now.
Oh, okay.
That I would do that.
Yeah, but that's what they do in like school.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So you got a good ranks to become a school teacher, Callum.
Oh, great.
You could teach them music.
Could I?
Teach them film.
Not even that. But yeah, so I already had a 20-minute Instagram limit. So it was like basically motivation, like not to go on it unless I'm checking a message, because otherwise it'll be out when there's actually an important message. I don't have notifications on for it either. But now I just literally, yesterday, I started doing the same thing where I'm like, oh shit, I've been scrolling for like, it wasn't even that long, it was like 3 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to delete it. Why do I actually need this? You know, the thing I do like on Instagram, I do like posting stories myself, because like I said, I like to be like, hey, I'm having a nice little chill hangout with some friends, or like, I'm at the pub and it's a lovely day, and like, here's a song that I like at the moment to go with that moment. And I like doing that, but it's like, you know, at the same time, I could just take a photo and that's my memory, and I look back at it like that. Or if I'm just in the moment more and not focusing on being like, I need to post this to Instagram, then it's like, oh, it's just stay in my head more. Yeah. So
the parties that you see that are posted on Instagram stories are the worst parties, because it's the ones where people are just
everyone is posting to Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I've never had one of my parties posted to Instagram. So I think I'm probably because I took everyone's phones away.
So it looks like an exclusive club.
When I invite all you people to my not you people that I know to my 21st next year, if I see any posts about it on any Instagram stories,
you're never getting invited.
Never.
You're not invited to my birthday party.
You're not invited to my birthday. Anyway, guys, just delete Instagram, honestly. And if you've
got TikTok, delete that one first, and then go with Instagram.
We'll probably talk about social media more in depth in another episode, I feel like.
And then I think gooning as well.
I think we should talk about. You think we should?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
get Nathan and Bella on for it. They're really informed on that topic. We've had a practice run. Not like that. We didn't have it. Whoa. That's all right.
It's called Goonstagram, because you guys talked about Instagram, then you all started gooning.
Yeah. Dude, the reason we can't post it is not because of the topics we talked about, it's because we all started gooning.
I remember when goon just meant like bad. Like,
I remember when it was just the name of Arsenal supporters.
Oh yeah.
Dude, unlock that Goon submarine in Lego Batman, for real.
Oh, the Goon submarine.
I can't even remember what our original...
Goon submarine needs a bit of a clean.
Yeah. It's a bit... Anyway, we were talking about Instagram because you used to make Instagram videos.
Oh yeah, my Instagram videos. For like year 7 and year 8, I made those videos, and then when I got into like year 9, I kind of started to be like, oh, I don't like how people think about me, and I'm really insecure about every single thing that I do online and that whole thing.
Dude, that was me until like 3 years ago.
And then as soon as I started like not doing that anymore. Actually, I think that was right year 8, and then when in year 9 I started making songs about my teachers, and then that's the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
I made like one song that was like a parody of YMCA, but it was about like my head of year, and he was like, he had this thing that he was talking about. he was like, you either do something or you don't do something. It's binary, gentlemen. Because he was a maths teacher or like a computer science teacher, and he was always talking about binary code and stuff. So it's like, you're either in or you're out. There's no in between. It's binary, gents. And I was like, oh, what if I make a YMCA parody, but I just make it like, it's binary.
I think we should make one about Ed Windus.
I think we should. Or, yeah, Ed Windus is the only one that deserves it.
This is the second episode in a row we've name dropped Ed Windus.
Yeah.
My man.
My man, Ed Windus.
Give me a fist bump for the neurodivergent Ed Windus.
We only say it because he never showed the waffler.
Oh.
He didn't screen the waffler because he was like bitter at Brad or something like that. So
that's crazy.
He will always be a villain in my eyes. I just made songs for a few years, and then I made a podcast in the start of sixth form called Red Orange.
Ooh, that's a good name.
Yeah, it's a good name. You should
I like Red and Orange.
Repurpose that name.
Yeah. I mean, maybe at some point, when I talk about my YouTube career or my online creation career, I'll get to my podcast.
Yeah.
Which we'll find out what that was called. Actually, it was already said in the first episode.
Oh yeah.
So if you don't know it, you're not a real one.
Yes.
You skipped.
You're
an
not
episode.
a real Red Orange one.
Yeah, you're not a real Rugrat. Is that our audience name?
I kind of like that.
Wait, oh no, that's already taken.
Red Rats.
Red Rat. I was about to say Rugrat is already taken, not by the Rugrats, but I'm pretty sure it's already taken by FaZe Rug. If you know who he is.
No.
He fell off so hard.
Yeah. I know Banks.
Dude. Wow.
After Red Orange, I settled down.
You settled down,
made a little bit of
had 2 kids, a wife.
I made a little. I made some films in sixth form. Like, why has he got a chicken on his head?
That is a banger.
And that's about it.
Why has he got a chicken on his head?
Why did he got a chicken on his? I think we should do the chicken on head like remake.
Oh, because, like 4K cinematic.
Because
HD.
it's like because I kind of like the story, but like the production is kind of shit, and I don't really like it that much. So we should just like do a new version of it.
Because it's basically a loop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which makes me realize why you liked my video that was really shit, but was a loop.
Yeah.
Because you tried to do the same thing.
Well,
yeah. You did it better than me, I think, because the story is actually interesting to someone who doesn't know any context.
Yeah.
Whereas what I did was you had to have all the context of the rest of like the season of episodes to know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
It just didn't work, I don't think.
Yours was very ambitious, though, I must say.
Yes. It had plot, but it wasn't clear what that plot was.
You run into, like, when you see, like, people making, like, low-budget, like, films and stuff, they kind of, like, there's this film called Primal, which is all about time travel, but it gets so complicated at some points. You've got, like, people in time machines, within time machines, and, like, it really rattles your brain about what the
Don't do
hell,
time travel.
Yeah, what the hell is going on. But the reason they made it so complicated is because it has to have that hook, and they couldn't really have any other hook that was like, it was all going to be within the writing process, because that doesn't take any money, basically, to do.
Yeah.
And I've watched it, and it's really difficult to understand what the hell is going on. But I feel like a lot of young filmmakers, they basically, when they don't have a budget, they basically
Simple is kind of better. For the lower the budget, the more simpler.
Mm-hmm. That's why they say, like, don't make a film like longer than 5 minutes, because like generally you're not good enough to make anything that's worth
that
watching
episode
for
was
longer.
over 5 minutes. It was like 6 minutes.
Damn.
6 minutes,
That's
and
fine.
2 minutes of it was brushing teeth.
I made a 20-minute film, so
yeah, but it actually had like story.
it wasn't like brushing teeth.
No, it wasn't waking up in the morning, brushing your teeth, playing Dungeons and Dragons, and eating pizza. But not even the fun way of doing that. It's like, this is a cinematic.
Wow.
Oh
my God.
Jesus. What an idiot.
I don't know what you were doing around this time, because I must have got up to the 2020s at this point.
Oh shit! So I wasn't doing anything in 2020. So no,
I think a lot of us weren't doing much.
So I think most of my content creation is on YouTube, and I had basically these flies. Dude, Jeff Goldblum, get away. Never seen that film.
Shit film.
Most of it was me doing stuff on YouTube, and it was like just stupid things. It was like random gaming videos, poorly recorded, or like KFC vlog episode 6. That was like that was like 2016. And I think I took basically extended breaks at each of them. Then I started getting into like what I started filming properly was Lego videos. So I was basically just doing or like Jang Bricks or like Brick Bros UK. Goodbye. They're not dead, but
I was more of a forest fire guy myself.
Just too good. Yeah, but no, yeah, Brick Bros aren't dead, by the way, but they just don't make videos anymore. So sad. My guys, I met them actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
How were they? They nice?
Oh, cool. Yeah, they signed my Tron Legacy bike set because they did that. That was their Lego ideas set. Yeah. Anyway, off topic, but well, not really. So I used to make Lego videos with my brother. It was actually, they're actually pretty good. Like, that's where I first started being like, oh, I need lights. I need a camera mount to put my phone face down for these videos. I need like a white backdrop. So I I jankily got the cheapest options for all of that. So I got like literally white light bulbs with like, it just went into like a plug socket, and then they were American plug sockets, so I had to have an adapt. Dude, I'm surprised it didn't cause a fire. Like, jankiest shit you've ever seen. I mean, nothing's changed because that's on the weakest tripod you've ever seen, that camera.
What are you talking about? It's a fantastic tripod.
Yeah. I'm sure a bee's bumped into it and it's gone like, oh. The wind is so I did that.
Literally will be gone with the wind in a second.
Yeah. I did that for a while. Actually had some like decent videos. But then I kind of done some shit posty things because I probably stopped making those videos. I made just like really bad videos. And one of them got like 40,000 views and then copyright claimed and removed because it technically wasn't my content. So that was cool. I guess then in like 2020 maybe. Actually, no, this was, I would say in 2021. Yeah, it was 2021, I think. I was at the end of like secondary school, and that's when I started making videos with my friends on a channel called Almost 11 O'Clock News, now Almost 11 O'Clock Studios, which I won't go into too much detail because I'd love to do a separate episode where I get some of the people who were originally involved with that on here. But that was sort of like Gen Z comedy, shit posts, news show. I don't even know how to explain that, but that's what basically taught me everything.
You had a gooner.
Yeah. We were all gooning on it as well. But that basically taught me everything, I would say.
That was your growing pains there.
Yeah. I learned how to edit. I learned how to film. I learned lighting. I learned audio. All from that, really. And it was lucky because that's just before I went into like college. So I went to, I'm going to leak where I went to college. I went to London Screen Academy, which is like absolutely amazing film college. And it was really useful just to know everything before we were taught it. So, I just felt like I was ahead. I felt like I could take more risks and do different things because of that. And it just felt like a lot less pressure, really. Just make films. And that was what I was doing at school. That was like nothing else, really. Almost 11 O'Clock News, though, kind of died down. None of it really got any views, even though I think by the end of it, it was really high production value. I actually have that as a topic written down, where it's like, if this was OG YouTube, that shit would have popped off. Because it's like, the way I would describe it is kind of, Gen Z Good Mythical Morning. Almost. Like early Good Mythical Morning. Don't know. And then when that started dying down, I started making my own videos, which I'm not going to actually reveal that because I don't want to. But that went well.
Yeah.
I have like 5,000 subscribers on that channel, which is not much, but
It's cool.
yeah, I'm bleeping that shit. You better believe I'm bleeping that. Oh, John the Fish.
You put all the edits in one portion.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say if I'm bleeping it,
Guys, editor, get me shot right here.
Jesus Christ, that was bloody.
Bloody hell, that was
that Action
bloody hell.
Essentials 2?
Yes.
No way. I don't have that pack.
If we're talking about like 2020, let me do a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? So you've got more editing to do.
No, I'm not doing this. What am I
I'm going to give you 3 answers to this question. What was my first viral hit?
Okay.
Was it A, Gerard the Completionist, Five Nights at Freddy's 1 re-uploaded?
Okay.
2, was it a parody of Yandere Dev video? Or 3, was it a compilation of Pyrocynical saying the N-word?
No way. It's 2.
You're wrong.
What?
Da, da, da,
No.
da, 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 da. No, it was actually the N-word compilation.
No way. What is viral?
It got about 200,000 views or something like that.
So what do you count as viral? Above 100k?
Anything more than 50k, I'd say.
More than 50.
For us, for what we're making.
What I didn't mention about my personal channel when I took off all the videos and started re-uploading on it is that I didn't actually know what I was doing, and I wanted to find a way to get views and then slowly transition into the actual content I wanted to make, because I think that's a better way of doing it, because it's like, okay, now I can know how to get all these views, get all these viewers, and then hopefully convert their attention, which actually did work, by the way. So what I started making was Super Mario 64 sound font videos, because I saw a couple, and
Probably some of mine.
I don't think I saw any of yours.
Fuck.
Because I wasn't. You were making different ones.
I probably saw some of yours.
Yeah, and luckily those kind of popped off. Because I did some that got. One of them got. I think one of them has 100,000 views at least. So I would say that's my first viral video. Because I think my biggest video before that was the one that got deleted that had like 40k, and then during my almost 11 o'clock news era, the biggest video we did was maybe 8,000 views, and that was a short. Like the actual biggest main video we did was probably 1.2k or something, which is the first episode.
It's only because you made sure it was going to get that many views when you posted it everywhere, or like.
Yes, we printed out QR codes and put them everywhere. But then the other one that was similar is we just recreated a video from Jack Pop, because we really like his videos. And obviously that's going to be more popular because it's originally a more popular video. So yeah, that was my first success, and I know you had some success doing those. I don't know how much. Did
I ever tell you about the Pyrocynical N-word compilation before?
No. Okay, well, tell me that first.
So basically, there was I used to watch Pyrocynical quite a lot. I don't really watch him anymore. He kind of fell off a little bit. He used to, guys, I'm Pyrocynical. He used to fake a low-pitched voice. And
MOG Teletubbies.
I watched him around 2017, 2018 times. And past his MLG era, past his Leafy is Here clone era. But during that time. And there was these compilations of him saying the word epic. Because he used to say that word quite a lot. And then someone in the comments was like, a Pyrocynical N-word compilation next. And I was like, that's not a bad idea. So, bless you.
Sorry, I keep sneezing.
So I made the N-word compilation. I made a minute-long compilation, and then I asked if I could make a second one. And then by the second one, that video ended up getting about 250,000 views.
Damn. That's more views than any video I've ever made.
There was this TikTok guy. He was like an animator person, and he was called King Science. I think he's
Science.
I think he's quite a popular TikToker now. He basically just animates other people's TikToks.
Yeah.
And just makes them. You know, he can make a wide range of different comedy and stuff. But he posted my video to Twitter. And he was kind of like he was a black guy, and he was basically like, everyone's calling me the slur in the comments section. No one was calling him the slur. He was just he was just being very exaggerating about the whole thing. But this was like sort of the peak of, because I think for a while there was the word was kind of like, because of like the Filthy Frank and the iDubbbz like edgy content type thing, the word was used more often up to a certain point. And I think when 2017, the big moment in 2017 where PewDiePie went over the bridge, I think that was the culmination of the word then becoming more offensive. As a result, it was becoming more of a more stigmatized.
Dude, Linus used to say the hard R all the time.
I just would say the hard R.
He just used to say the hard R.
And all of these clips of Piracy and All saying this were from early 2017 when the word was
doesn't really.
It is important to look at the history of why these words were said, because this was like, you know, when iDubbbz was going up to Tanamong and being like, say all of that word and stuff. So it's just important to look at the history of the damn thing. I'm not saying that anything that he was doing was justified.
No way.
But
it's kind of funny that's your first like hit video.
Yeah, the Piracy was saying the N-word, and then King Science would basically just he reposted the video and stuff, and it got a little bit viral. There was no like commentary channels that really talked about it that much. Sometimes I will look up the video title again, and Have
you ever had news articles made about you?
No, I haven't.
Haha. Fuck you.
What has your big hit been?
I've had a couple videos now with 100,000, so nothing crazy. There's one that keeps going, and I just don't know why. And it's a song on my one of my other channels, and every time I look at it, it's got like another 1,000 views, which is not very quick, and it's already at like 140 or something. I reckon that will be my first 150, 200,000 video if I don't make more stuff anytime soon. But yeah, that's probably my biggest, 140. Some of my shorts one of my shorts has like close to 100. A lot of them I think have over 10k at least. Probably maybe some of them have 50. Not quite 250,000, but
that was the
respectable.
My Yandere Dev deleted video thing. I was basically during the lockdown. When lockdown was happening, I started looking at Yandere Dev and his shitty game, and just how much of a shit show the whole thing was. And you know, this was before the grooming allegations and stuff. Not allegations, he definitely did groom. I mean, there's so many. There's clips of him talking to a 16-year-old girl going, "You're so cute. Stop being so cute," and stuff. Really, makes your skin crawl when you think about it. But
yeah, Jesus.
In this video, I basically just made a video. I thought I kind of nailed the impression a bit, but like if you look at the video now, it's obvious. It's just some British kid doing like a slightly okay Yandere Dev impression, where I'm like, I can't believe people would say this about me on the internet. I hate them so much. Go fuck yourself, you little kids.
It sounds like a Meat Canyon video, but without the animation.
If I knew how to animate, I probably could go for it. But yeah, I ended up making the video, and it ended up getting about 250,000 views, which was all right. And then through that...
I know about that video.
I ended up boosting my channel over 1,000 subscribers and
monetized.
Over 400 hours of watch time in the last month or whatever.
How many? What is your total hours of watch time on one channel?
I could not tell you because of the
I'm going to
deep,
tell you.
dark, sad
The sad deletion of that
what happened,
of
yeah.
said channel.
And then after I made a CinemaSins parody called Everything Wrong with the Yandere Dev Hate and Shame, which I hate that video because it sucks. And I wrote the whole Yandere Dev deleted video. I wrote the whole script for it. But when I came to the CinemaSins video, I just came up with it on the fly. I was editing it and then coming up with
sometimes
the video.
it works and sometimes it really doesn't.
And it was just shit. And I didn't have anything to say. And I was just trying to get it to 8 minutes so I could put mid-rolls in. Because I was monetized
I
at
used
this point.
to do that. And now I'm like, if it's short, it's short. I don't really care.
And ended up getting like 170,000 views on that channel. And then I ended up getting, I think it was about £250 on my AdSense account.
Let's fucking go.
Which was crazy to me.
Have you ever done a sponsored video?
No, never done a sponsored video.
I've done one. Which is mad, actually. And it's not even because they were like, hey, let us sponsor you. It's because I was like, hey, I use your product, sponsor me. And they just did.
Yeah.
They didn't pay much for it, but it was cool.
How much did you get paid for it?
I got paid £400. And here's a dirty little secret. I never actually have paid for their software. I pirated it and I was using a pirated version in the video. And they said, can you please update to the latest version? I was like, I'm having issues right now in the latest version. So I did the whole video of a pirated version. Hell yeah. What do you think my lifetime
that
watch
was the day
hours-
where the little man won. What?
What do you think my lifetime watch hours on my channel is? I'm actually really surprised.
67,000?
Okay, that's overshot.
48,000.
That's pretty close.
What is it?
43,700.
Oh, nice.
That's actually mad.
Still less hours than I have in Melee.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just my Minecraft gameplay.
And I ended up getting the money from the video, and then I don't know what I spent that money on. Probably some.
I don't even
my
know
new
my
computer,
AdSense.
I think.
Oh, that's
sure.
cool. Yeah, I've not spent my money on anything good that I've gotten from YouTube.
Just beer.
So much beer. Moretti, please sponsor us. Or Budweiser. I'll take Budweiser, but Moretti, you're better.
I think they're both the same company. Are they not?
Are they? No way. Budweiser's American, no? Oh, okay. That's my revenue. It's actually not that much.
£1,033.
1K. So if you include 400 from the sponsor, and then my second channel, probably actually like $2,000, and my Patreon that I used to have people on.
That's 10 times more than I got.
Fuck yeah!
Well,
Where is it all now? I don't know.
Congratulations, Callum. You won
Thank you.
the YouTube
I won the
off or whatever.
Yeah, you may have more view videos. You may have more viral hits, but I'm really the cool
My
one here.
viral hit. I've got 3 viral hits, and one of them can't even be shown, and one of them is age restricted.
Oh my god!
So yeah,
That's mostly my content creation career though.
I don't think I went any further than that.
Now
I
we're
mean,
here
I made
doing Rug Orange.
Mario 64 sound font
Yeah.
videos.
Oh yeah, we both did that at the same time probably without even knowing.
And what were you going to say?
I was going to say then I tried to make a podcast called The Rug, and it didn't go well. It went okay actually.
You made a great Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared video. How many episodes of that did you make? Like 2?
2. One of them was talking about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, and whatever else we were on about.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one, we went through the Apple Top 100 music list. This was only like last year when it came out, and it was a 3-hour long thing. So I was like, no way.
You didn't even edit it?
No. I just uploaded it raw.
Wow.
Like a private. They're both private. They're actually on this channel that you're watching. This
Yeah.
used to be The Rug.
And it's good that you edited these videos so I can add in John the Fish.
Oh no! No one knows who John the Fish is.
No one knows who John the
Go
Fish
and watch
is.
Almost 11 O'Clock Studios.
We're going to
He's
cut
on
to John
there.
the Fish right now and his adventures doing his...
Wow.
his thing.
Here he is in Paris.
Wow. And
Milwaukee.
Morocco. Look at him. He's on a camel.
Holy shit.
Thanks, Callum, for editing this video.
Yeah. How long is this? I don't even know. Probably like 2 hours. This is a long one.
How long have we been going?
Hey guys,
on for?
how long is this podcast?